After using a power, squad members must wait for their powers to recharge, as indicated by their power status light. On the power wheel, recharging powers are gray, while powers that are currently unnecessary or ineffective against your target are red. Ammunition powers like cryo or incendiary ammo set weapons to enhanced modes. Unity revives fallen squad members, but requires metagel to use. Many attack powers are guided and can be aimed to hit enemies from specific angles and even around corners. To use powers in real time, drag and drop them to the HUD and assign them to the number keys. You can map your squad members' powers in the same way. Press Q and E to order your henchmen to attack, move to cover, or take a position. Hitting C while in this mode will rally your squad members to you. For maximum tactical effectiveness, use squad member powers and your own in combination.
Okay, so you've seen all those videos, yay. If that would have been the first time you've watched the videos, you would have unlocked an achievement for it. But whatever, we've already done that. So we've pretty much seen the terminal. Let's go talk to Joker, since Kelly was kind enough to tell us that he wanted to talk to us. Codex entry, yay. I remember doing this back on Mass Effect 1 too. Oh, EDI's up here too. We can talk to EDI. Flight controls, another codex entry. EDI reminds me of, makes me remember.
Primary systems clear.
Knight Rider. Have you guys ever seen the Knight Rider show? Either one, the newer one or the classic one. The talking car and
the Elusive Man has some crazy looking eyes for a guy trying to lay low.
Well, I don't even have to talk to Joker to have him speak. Okay. Anyways, yeah, EDI reminds me of that Knight Rider show. Makes me think the Normandy is talking. Maybe we'll just stand here and listen to Joker just go on and on. I didn't know he did that.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you are such a downer.
Yeah, Joker and EDI will have this ongoing, tedious relationship, but they'll eventually become friends.
Commander.
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's gotta be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
Joker will let you know once you've upgraded the ship enough. That'll change, and he'll make a notice about it there.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda, and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
After each mission, if you choose different people to go on the mission with you, come back to Joker and he'll have different things to say about them. They're kind of fun.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
That's it for now.
See ya, Commander.
EDI! What about you? What do you have to say?
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
She also reminds me of Cortana from the Halo games. Halo 1 and 2 anyway. I haven't played Halo 3, but...
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed. Some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances, or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
Joker always has some great additions.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Why are you named EDI?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering
Of course
that question.
you do.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
That's the only reason why I asked that stupid question. You'd think Shepard would know.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
The reason why you can ask that question is because in every other room of the ship, you can go to a terminal where EDI will tell you what it is. It just sounds so stupid for Shepard to ask that obvious question in the cockpit, though. I'm thinking no. But whatever. Joker had a good line, so figured why not. Okay, let's go check out some of the rest of the ship. This is the armory. This is Jacob's home. You'll find him right around the corner there if you ever need to talk to him. Basically, if you want to switch out the weapons on any of your team, you do it right here. It's kind of like a simplified version of the lockers in the original Mass Effect Normandy. Only it's really simple, the inventory. So basically, this is Shepard's weapon layout. Oh, and we have two options for the grenade launcher. I think the other one's going to be the arc, well, what is it, arc? Well, or no, I don't know. The arc projector, that's what I wanted to say. I've never used this before. This is brand new DLC. So I'll go ahead and put it on. We'll try it out sometime. But basically, yeah, we don't have any other options right now, but later we will. We can switch out to different weapons. You can do the same with these guys once we get different choices.